is Burgess. Morris in for Kinsella. O'Connor, Beattie, Johns, Linane, Haddock, Wynn, Fifita, Noak, Young, Ritchie and Jarvis. Pretty much the same team that's been doing well for the Saints in recent weeks. The Roosters line-up for today is Worth, Bennett, Bell, Gibbs, Ferguson, Filipina, Spina, Tobin, McGahn, Dunn, Tessman, Simpkins and Brown. The question here is, can the New Zealand connect?
Spina working plenty of crosses. They're going backwards. Bennett's going to have to go forward. He does that. He shrugs off two. That's bad defence by St George. And Bennett has tackled 5 metres into the Saints' half. They're not playing anywhere near with the commitment we've seen from the St George side on many occasions in recent weeks. This is Filipina. Here's Gary Worth coming around. There's a chance on. It's out to Tobin. Draws them. Ferguson. 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 He scores. Eastern Suburbs score a try. Johnny Ferguson, the Australian winger, is in. Beautiful work by Tobin. Good work by Gary Worth. Fifita. Good work by Fifita. Burgess will score. No, he's shot.
And what a great tackle that had.
But there are still some worries for the Saints. 8-4 to Eastern Suburbs.
I'm sure with the sorts of conditions that prevailed and a fairly good crowd here, that both of these sides, with the incentive that's in front of them, will be able to produce their best.
Steve Morris taking it out. Oh! Down the sideline. Outside the 40. Over the halfway. He'll still go very close to scoring. Burgess is coming quickly. Burgess and Bennett. And it's over the dead ball line. From Eastern Suburbs. What a match. What a match. They're trying everything in the book, these two teams. They're throwing everything bar their false teeth at each other. And here's Slippery Morris. From the kick-off, down the sideline, into the centre, kicked the head, and then Burgess and Bennett and Worth, they were having a real race for the ball. And Bennett it was who put it over the dead ball line. We're back to the action.
The starting gun went from the time Morris kicked it, and I reckon it finished up about a dead heat.
Graham Wynn, beautifully tackled by John Tobin. 1-on-1. Here's Billy Noak taking it ahead now. The Saints, if they didn't know it when they went out there, they know now they've got one heck of a match on their hands. Young to Wynn. Wynn gets a pass away for Fifita. He's tackled about 12 metres out from the east line. Played back for Ritchie to swing to Haddock, to give to Noak, and then it's gone back to Haddock. How the hell he came up with it, I'll never know. Ritchie, Young, Fifita. Fifita will score! Fifita scores! And the red and white fans come to their feet. Well, that was absolutely brilliant work. This is Dean Bell. Well and truly held by the St George backs, Linane and Beattie. Here's Tessman floating it out for Filipina to kick ahead. He leads the race. He's got the ball. He shoulders off Morris. Gets the ball to Bennett. He kicks again. Chasing is Williams. The bounce will tell the story. It's over the dead ball line. Filipina lofting. It's worked out all right, but gee, it looks a dangerous pass to me. High and lollipopped across. Here's Filipina now. 25 metres out from his own line. Half-time siren, about 90 seconds off. Spina. This is Dunn. Spina chips, regathers, now turns it to Dunn, Dunn to McGahn, McGahn to Tessman, and Tessman's tackled pretty close to the halfway line. Tobin, Williams, he's gone inside the 40-metre line. Tobin backs him up. Tobin's run out of pace. He's picked up Dean Bell. Dean Bell is running away, and the New Zealander scores for Eastern Suburbs. Well, little Wilfred Williams. He saw an opening, and he darted through it. John Tobin gave the ball to him. He shaped a pass. He held it back, and he baffled St George. And then look at him, he was looking left, right, every which way. And Tobin was the first man there to support him, keeping in mind it was Tobin who gave him the ball originally. And then Dean Bell came on the scene just at the right time. The speed required to score. Haddock, Linnane, O'Connor, Linnane. And there's Johns, the winger, coming onto it beautifully. Cut out the outside centre and the fullback. Win. Scrums and penalties, 3-1. Only 4 decided scrums, 3-1 to East and 6-4 the penalties to East.
Johnny Fifita inside the 32 line. There goes Michael O'Connor. Now Steve Morris. Oh, St George have scored a great try. Stevie Morris finishing it off. Well, do you reckon John Fifita hasn't left his mark on this game? This was the lead-up. Craig Young gave the ball to John Fifita that saw the second rower with a smile on his face. And then gave a good ball to Mike O'Connor. And then Steve Morris coming right into our camera. Picks up a try for the Saints. On to a 16-14 lead at Jubilee in the NEC big game.
Well, that ball was into the second row, I thought. In fact, I was going to say earlier, Kevin Roberts is going to start penalising the incorrect feed. Gee, that was a heavy tackle on Philip Piner, wasn't it, by Wynn? I was going to say, I just hope he remains consistent on it. Philip Piner taking a heavy dump there. Here's East now with Spina working a dummy on the run round to Tobin, and this is Tessman.
Tessman! Well, a St George player fell off his tackle there. It was Graham Wynn, who just a minute ago made that great tackle on Philip Piner. This is Ferguson. There's Graham on camera now, getting back into the line. As it comes from Dunn, it goes to Spina, now to Philip Piner. Philip Piner gets a pass away to Williams. Williams to Bell. Bell to the 22 line. He's gone through. McGahn will score. McGahn, behind the uprights, has scored for the Tricolours. Well, the New Zealand connection have put it together. But this little fellow, Willie Williams, has played another important... Ferguson is down in back play, but Eastern Suburbs piling it on now. This is Dunn, throwing the pass willy-nilly, and O'Connor comes up with it for the Saints. Long pass out to Johns. Johns away from Filipina, down to the halfway, picks up O'Connor, kicks ahead, was tackled. The referee said play on. Referee is ordered to play on. And it comes back with Gary Worth. Well, the crowd giving Kevin Roberts one heck of a reception for his ruling on this particular incident. O'Connor kicked, and Roberts, in my opinion, ruled correctly.
Yeah, I tend to agree with Kevin Roberts. I think the player Williams had left the ground before the ball hit the foot of the player kicking it. He was committed to the tackle and he went through with it.
And so it's St George coming back with it now. A lot of work for them to do. 22-14, they're down. Ferguson's back on his feet, but Perry Haddock is now injured for St George. Young, Noak, Linnane, Beatty, Linnane, they've got to score. Burgess, behind the uprights. The Dragons are coming back. Excitement supreme here at Cogra. Just looking at Kevin Roberts, the referee, for a fleeting moment, he was sucking the oxygen in. He's having trouble keeping up with them himself. Billy Noak made the try possible. A beautiful dummy caught Eastern Suburbs, and then it was Beatty inside to Linnane. Burgess had nothing but vacant pasture to go across to score the St George try.
Well, both sides are finding plenty of gaps here, and here it continues. Noak missed out a man, then fired the ball onto Linnane. Linnane back onto Beatty. Beatty read the situation well, and there was some good anticipation here by the combination of St George players backing up. The ball finally found its way to Burgess, and he crosses adjacent to the post to put St George back into the match.
This is the way we saw it head on.
Successful from Mike O'Connor, and East leading again by 2 points, 22-20. Billy Noak running into some pretty heavy treatment, but he came through it all right. And Chris Guyder is getting ready on the sidelines to come on. Linane turns it inside. It might have been a touch forward. Funnell couldn't get the ball away cleanly. It's a penalty. A penalty to the Saints. They'll draw it level here for sure.
This was a good decision by Kevin Roberts. Really, there was no choice to be made. The player, it was O'Connor in support, was tackled without the ball by Bell from Eastern Suburbs, and that's given O'Connor the chance to draw the match.
And Chris Guyder has gone on. There's Phil Ritchie off. And Mike O'Connor's got this kick now, 4 from 5 currently, to draw the match level. O'Connor's kick. He's got it. Mike O'Connor has drawn this match level at 22-22, and there's more to come. 22-22, and less than 2 to go. O'Connor. Haddock, Young, Linane. Now it's with Beattie. He almost lost it. But if he had been able to hold it and sweetly give it to Morris, the little fellow would have been on another long run. Here's Billy Noak. Noak is not held. Referee says, yes, you are. Play on. 5 tackles gone. Oh, Linane's gone for a monster of a drop kick. It dropped well short, though. And it's going over the dead ball line. So back to the 22 for the place kick restart. You look like you're 22 all. You're spellbound there. Bill, say something. You alive?
I was just thinking, if you had a Don Clark in your side, he could have almost put 175 metres to win the game for you, but we don't have any of those in rugby league at the moment.
Tobin, Tessman. Big Tessman's tackled. Midway 22, halfway. There's the siren. This clash at Cogra's Jubilee Oval has ended in a 22 points all draw. There's the scoreboard for the Saints. Fifita, Morris and Burgess the tries. O'Connor 5 goals and 4 Eastern Suburbs. Ferguson, Bell and McGahn the tries. Filipina 5 goals. 22-22. Saints and Easts at Jubilee Oval today.